Mr. Dinkins, pursuant to this court's finding you guilty on September 15th of 2023 of murder in the first degree in violation of Iowa Code Section 707.1, paren 1, paren A, and as provided by Sections 902.1, it is the judgment and sentence of this court that you be committed to the custody of the Iowa Department of Corrections for the rest of your natural life without the possibility of parole. Pursuant to this court's finding you guilty on September 15th, 2023 of kidnapping in the first degree in violation of Iowa Code Section 710.2 and as provided by Iowa Code Section 902.1, it is the judgment and sentence of this court that you be committed to the custody of the Iowa Department of Corrections for the rest of your natural life without the possibility of parole. DNA sampling will be required. Each of these counts will be served consecutive to one another for the reasons stated earlier. The Iowa Medical and Classification Center is designated as a reception center to which you shall be delivered by the sheriff. Pursuant to Iowa Code Section 910.3B1 in paren 1, you are ordered to pay to the heirs of Breasia Terrell, and as noted by the county attorney, to Aisha Langford, $150,000. Mr. Freeze, do you wish to address Category B expenses at this time?
Your Honor, I believe that given Mr. Dinkins' status presently and going forward, he'll certainly be indigent and qualify for a waiver of Category B expenses.
Ms. Cunningham, do you wish to address the court on this matter?
No, Your Honor, and the state would not resist the court entering that finding.
Based on that, the court will find that Mr. Dinkins is indigent and does not have the reasonable ability to pay Category B expenses. Now that you have been sentenced, it is my duty to advise you of your right to appeal. Under Iowa law, you have the right to appeal your conviction and sentence to the Iowa Supreme Court. In order to do so, you must file a written notice of appeal with the clerk of this court within 30 days from today's date. Failure to file such notice of appeal in that fashion will be deemed a waiver of your right to appeal. In other words, you will lose it. If you think you want to appeal but don't think you can afford an attorney or transcript of these proceedings for that purpose, you have a right to make application with this court for court-appointed counsel and a transcript of these proceedings, all at the expense of the state of Iowa. Just be aware all of this must be done within the 30-day time limit that I have just outlined. I'm sure if you have any questions concerning this, Mr. Freeze or Mr. Waters would be happy to address this with you. I'll acknowledge receipt of any pre-sentence investigation reports that have been printed for the purpose of today's sentencing. No appeal bond will be issued in this case. Minimus will issue immediately. Anything further in this matter?